Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Tyreek Hill on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right, and this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Now he'll escape to his right. And Hill with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Joe Mixon, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third and 2, Watson. And got him in, it's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back.
Watson off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's got daylight. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Fancy footwork at the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A handoff to Mixon. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right?
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
On second down, Collins. He's to the 10. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come back, come back!
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Hassan Reddick in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the red zone now, Watson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Brief break in the action here. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, Mahomes. Just keeping the play alive. Now he's going to send it. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Julio Jones, 76 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Come back.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That one goes for 24 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And goal line at about the 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Deshaun Watson, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dayon Buchanan able to drop him for a loss of 4. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 20. Tiger.
To throw is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Mixon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Dante Fowler in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds his target, Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll give it to Mixon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big run there by Gurley. 62 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
Just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Watson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Oh, now and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now he's going to go. That's caught inside the 20. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play and even 40 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now a toss going left. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Rams getting set to go now.
Richmond. Tiger.
Watson on first down. He's got Dallas Goedert. He's tied in over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Black 22.
Here's Watson now on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Able to get away. And he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Just get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers.